This is a handy form. This is the U.S. Coast Guard National Maritime Center Merchant Mariner Credential Application Acceptance Checklist. Oh yeah, the official. So it goes right through everything. It's really convenient. Transportation Workers Identification Card, right? Credential. This is your TWIC card. On our website, uscaptain.us, there's a link to the TWIC website, and there's more information about TWIC there. How TWIC works is you go into the TWIC office. Most of the time you need to get an appointment, right? So you schedule an appointment, you go to the TWIC office, you need to take your passport is the best way. If you have a passport, use that. Or else you need 2 other forms of ID if you don't have a passport, and those forms of ID are shown on their website. You can get what forms of ID you need from their website. So you need your TWIC card. That's how they do your background check and gather all your biometric stuff, right? Fingerprints, things like that. Evaluation or user fee. This, before you send your packet in, you have to apply for a TWIC. You have to go to pay.gov, and you have to pay evaluation and issuance fee. Oh, what is it? There's one part of that that's a little confusing. And it's the $100 fee and the $45 fee. With those pieces of information, you should be able to get through pay.gov. CG form, so your application, right? We went through that. Alien registration card, if that's a lot of you, this isn't going to apply to. Signed conviction statement. What they mean by signed conviction statement is the application. Page 2. If you answer yes to any of these, you need a signed conviction statement that explains how it's been taken care of. 3 character references. So when you go through a course, one of your 3 character references must be from the instructor of that course. The other 2 are from people that can attest to your character. You can get these character reference forms from the website uscaptain.us also. Physical form, right? This will be filled out by a doctor. Chemical drug test report. This will be filled out by a medical review officer. Front and back photocopy of licensed merchant mariner document, if applicable. You don't have yours yet, right? If you are doing a renewal, then you send a photocopy of your TWIC card and your license and things like that. Third-party authorization. That's not applicable for you either. Evidence of appropriate sea service form. Right? Sea service form. This one. Photocopies of all applicable training course certificates. When you go through a course like ours or any other course, what you get is a certificate of training. That certificate of training works in lieu of testing at the Coast Guard. That's the whole reason that you'll go through these courses, is so you can test. And the Coast Guard curriculum says to get a master's, you need 80 hours of training in rules of the road, general navigation, chart navigation, deck general, and safety. 80 hours between those for a master's, and then you can test. Another avenue is go straight to the Coast Guard and test, but your chances of passing those tests are much less than the chances you get after 80 hours of training. Good, so that's this. That is this checklist, right? TWIC card, evaluation user fees at pay.gov, your application, signed conviction statements if you have a criminal record. 3 character references, 1 from the instructor of your course, physical exam by a doctor, chemical testing report by a medical review officer, sea service, photocopies of your training certificates. We'll give you 2 copies of each, 1 for your record and 1 to send in. The only thing that's not on this checklist for some reason is CPR and first aid. You need CPR and first aid. And nowadays you can do that online too, if that's what you're into. Good. This is an excellent thing. You can just go through, check it off, check it off, check it off as you do it. And, this application process for a lot of people is almost more of a challenge than the course because it's self-directed and you have to spend a couple days doing this stuff. Especially, you have to make appointments. You have to get a physical, get a drug test, get a TWIC card, go to pay.gov, fill out your application, fill out your small vessel sea service forms, get an oath done. You do these things and you'll get a license. Good.